When you hear the best front three in the history of football, which players actually come to your mind? I mean, three players that were able to partner together to produce great things on the pitch, deliver great success, give us eye-catching football, and mesmerize teams. Which three players come to your mind? I'm going to be giving you my top three trios, the best trios ever to have played the round leader game. We agree to disagree. This is my top three. You can also have your own top three that you think maybe they were the best three ever to partner in the history of football. At number three, I'm going to be putting the partnership of Henry, Eto'o, and Lionel Messi in 2007 to 2009 thereabout when they partnered together. Although they didn't start in a very good note in the final season of Frank Rijkaard at Barcelona, they produced only about 19 goals that season in 2007, 2008 thereabout. But the next season when Pep Guardiola took over, they became fire. In fact, they became unplayable, helping Barcelona to win a treble that season. And not just winning a treble, they contributed 100 goals amongst themselves. That was to show you how prolific the partnership of Messi, Henry, and Eto'o was in that season. Manchester United fans, you guys can testify what happened in the finals of the UEFA Champions League, where they defeated Man United by 2-0. And not just that, they demolished Atletico Bilbao in the finals of the Copa del Rey. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid also been collect for the hand that season. They will tell you 6-6 something, That was to show you how wonderful that partnership was, the wizardry of Lionel Messi, the efficiency of Thierry Henry, and of course the ruthlessness of the like of Eto'o. Those guys were made for each other. It was a fantastic collaboration that they had right there. So that is why I am putting them at number three. At number two, I'm going to be putting the BBCs. Yes, at least they were very prominent and, of course, very, very fantastic in their doings. I'm talking about Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano Ronaldo. From 2013 to 2017, those guys were something else. Even up to 2018, they were doing the doings. Imagine winning 4 UEFA Champions League in 5 seasons. That was to show you how ruthless and how fantastic they were, especially under Zinedine Zidane. So Benzema, Ronaldo, and Cristiano Ronaldo, for me, they are the second best front three I've ever seen in the history of football, contributing over 400 goals amongst themselves. Although most of those goals were scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, the pace of Gareth Bale, the power of Benzema, and of course Ronaldo, the predator himself, the machine that got almost all the goals for that particular team. They were unplayable. Anytime you're playing Madrid and you're facing the BBCs, Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano, just count it that already you are going to lose that game. Although they didn't really translate that form to La Liga in terms of winning titles, they were more focused on Europe. They won only one La Liga title amongst themselves. But you cannot mention best front three in football and not talk about the BBCs. Now let's get to number one, and your guess is as good as mine. At number one, definitely I'm going to be putting the MSN right there. Yes, from 2014 to 2017, those guys were fantabulous. They were fantastic. They were massive in their doings. I'm talking about Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. They contributed over 500 goal involvement amongst themselves, and they were a beauty to watch. In fact, they helped Barcelona win their second treble, and that was one of the best seasons of Barcelona. In fact, best seasons, those times they were playing, they were the best seasons of Barcelona. They were mesmerizing, they were terrific. In fact, any team that they come up against, you already know that you're on the back foot, and Barcelona didn't even need to operate at an optimal level for these players to perform, because they were carrying the team, they were doing the doings, and they were one of the easiest, free-flowing football team that Barcelona ever had in history of the game. So MSN, anytime, any day, I'm going to be putting them as one of the best, if not the best football trios, the best front three I've ever seen in football. And funny enough, 3 of them are from South America. I'm talking about Neymar from Brazil, Uruguay, Suarez, and then Messi from Argentina. So this is my top 3 of the best front three I've ever seen in the history of football. Number 3, I told you, the like of Henry, Messi, and Eto'o. Number 2, the BBCs, Benzema, Bale, and Ronaldo. And then at number 1, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar, the MSN. Special shout out to the Fab 3 actually of Liverpool, the like of Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Salah. They were also fantastic. In fact, if not for one thing, I would have just swapped one, but they were also good. And Pires, Beckham, and Henry, who also helped Arsenal to win the Invincibles. That's 2004, they were part of the great team of Arsenal right there. And for my Chelsea faithfuls, I will not forget Pedro, Hazard, and Costa. They also had a fantastic partnership. And not forgetting Man United as well, Carlos Tevez, Rooney, and Ronaldo. Although their partnership didn't last for long, just 2 seasons before Real Madrid came to snatch Ronaldo, Man City came to snatch Tevez, and that was how that particular partnership was actually scattered. But this is my top three. I don't know if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, let me know your own top three when we talk about the best front three ever seen in the world of football.